talk to you about what you should do when you decide to go to a psychic medium, or if you decide that you want to get a tarot card reading. You need to go with an open mind. So a lot of people that are skeptics especially, they go with things that they want to know. They want to hear certain things. Well, for the person that's tapped in and the person that's getting the messages from their angels or, their ancestors, or the individuals, family members that are passed away, they're going to tell them what they want that person to hear. So when you go looking, don't go with anything in your head that you think you want to know. I'm a firm believer that everybody has the ability to tap in and to be connected and to get those messages. A lot of people that are the biggest skeptics actually use their intuition when they make $1 million business deals. They call it going with their gut. Well, where do they think that comes from? That comes from up there. That comes from the others. That comes from, whomever you believe in. That is where that goes. And that is where that comes from. I always say it, where thoughts go, energy flows. And the minute you start focusing on something negative, that's what you're going to bring to yourself. I'm also a firm believer in karma. What you throw out comes back to you threefold. So if you want something good to happen, don't do something bad. Be very thoughtful with what you do and how you treat people. Don't say nasty things to people. Don't be deceitful and dishonest. Be more transparent and, more realistic and more lifelike. People might not like what you have to say, but that's the real you then. Otherwise, you're gonna get that bad energy back 3 times as bad. So, if you've been down on your luck, you got to think about going back into yourself and do a little bit of deep searching, a dark night of the soul type of thing. Learn to work on yourself and forgive people for past transgressions, things that, they may have done to you in the past. Take care of people, be compassionate. The other week I helped a homeless man. He was hungry, and I asked him if he wanted something to eat, and he was so appreciative. A lot of people just walk by. And I'm hoping that comes back threefold, and that's not why I did it. I did it because I could tell he was hungry. I could feel energetically the man was hungry, and he was too prideful to ask. So just remember, what you put out is what you get back. And if you exude happiness, that's what you're going to get back. You want to be a happy person. That all starts with you. That starts inside. Nobody else can make you happy. Nobody else can work on you. Only you can work on yourself. Only you can fix things and make things right in your world. So what I'm going to do today is I am going to pull some cards and see what else it is I'm supposed to tell you. But I do know that this message is for a lot of people that are sitting there shaking their heads going, okay, no, wait, let's see here. My car broke down. I lost my job. I broke my arm. My resume's terrible. What have you. And they just keep thinking about the negative stuff. Don't focus on the negative. Same with relationships. Don't focus on the negative. Don't focus on the things that might drive you crazy about your significant other. Focus on the good things. Like, why did you fall in love with them in the first place? Are they a good person? Do they make you laugh? Are they fun to be around? Don't focus on things that, that are really trivial. Like, life goes by in the blink of an eye. And, you're one day gone the next. And what do you got to look back on? For the survivors, nothing. Nothing if you can't learn to overcome certain things. Just saying. So with that being said, let's pull some cards and see what it is that else we need to talk about. Change. Change starts with you. Change doesn't start anywhere else but with you. Only you can change your own life. Only you can change what's in your heart. Yeah, let it out. Only you can change the outcome. Nobody else can do it for you. And in order to do that, you got to work on yourself. I can't work on you. You can't work on me. Can't work on my neighbor. Only you can. So be the change that you want to see. There is so much animosity in our world right now, and we need change. We need people to be happy again. You ever walk down the street recently and just look at all the miserable faces of the people walking by? Nobody's smiling. Nobody's happy. It's hard to get someone to say good morning anymore. Like, that's a change that I want to see in the world. I want to see people happy. I want to see people enjoying their life. Because y'all only got one shot at this. Yeah, you might come back reincarnated, but you might come back as an ant. And guess what? Everything's bigger than an ant. So, that's that thought. Next, your guardian angels. So a lot of you have already had your guardian angels looking out for you. I feel very strongly that in the last 5 days, there was an individual, probably many, but this person in particular's guardian angel was sitting with them when their car rolled down an embankment. And they luckily walked away with only a few scratches. They did have their seatbelt on. This is a Midwestern state. It's kind of feeling like Missouri. I don't know. But whomever that is, thank your guardian angel. They're always there. They're always looking out for you. Just ask. They will guide you. They're there. Trust on that one. Listening. Everybody's so quick to jump and cut somebody off and not listen to what the person's actually saying. It happens every day. You know, nobody wants to hear what the other person has to say, or they think they know what's coming out of their mouths, and it doesn't. It happens every day in my job. People say it all the time. They're talking. They think they know what I'm going to say, and guess what? They're pleasantly surprised sometimes when they actually listen to what it is that I'm telling them. So always listen. But listen to yourself. Listen to your gut. Listen to your intuition. It's going to guide you. Again, a lot of $1 million business deals are sealed based off of someone's gut. Remember that guy that decided he was going to drive down the interstate, and then all of a sudden he's like, you know what? I'm going to get off on this road. I feel like maybe I'm supposed to go get a cup of coffee. Goes to get a cup of coffee, only to come back to go on the interstate and find out that there's a huge pileup somewhere up the highway. Probably, 6-7 miles, which is before the next exit. But his intuition, his inner knowing, and his angels guided him off that road, so he was able to see another day. Reflection. Reflect back on your life. Look at the mistakes that you made, because we've all made them. We've all have to learn to overcome some of the things that we've done. We have to forgive ourselves, because none of us are perfect, and yeah, we've all done stuff that, might have hurt somebody's feelings, or, broke somebody's heart, or whatever. We need to learn to forgive ourselves. And then, things can maybe turn around. Nah, they will turn around. So just reflect. Reflect back on your life. Reflect on what you want. Reflect on where you want to go. Last card I'm going to pull is Shadow Self. Okay, so here we go. Y'all need to work on your shadow selves. I already said this. You need to go inside. You need to work through all the negative. There are a lot of people that are following, that are watching readers. The energy, there is so many people out there that were hurt as children by adults in different ways, mentally, physically, and emotionally. Yeah, as hard as it is, you need to go into yourself. You need to talk to your shadow self, and you need to learn to forgive, because the sooner you forgive, the lighter you'll feel. So if you can find that in your heart to forgive and to clear that out, and then apologize to the universe, your angels, archangels, ascended masters, Mother Gaia, and your ancestors.